Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party has lost yet another senior politician to prison. Sanjay Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party has been arrested in what has come to be known as the Delhi liquor scam case. I'm Barkha Dutt, you're with the Mojo story. Sanjay Singh clearly expected his arrest. In fact, he put up posters earlier today welcoming the Enforcement Directorate to his house. The ED raided Mr. Singh's house after it claimed that one of the accused turned approvers in the case, Dinesh Arora, had named Sanjay Singh and in fact had suggested that Sanjay Singh was the leader who introduced him to Manish Sisodia. The former Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi has been in jail for the last several months. Sanjay Singh is the next high-profile Aam Aadmi Party leader to go into prison. Arvind Kejriwal was quick to show support. Sanjay Singh, you can see him there touching the feet of his mother before he was taken away by the agencies. The Delhi Chief Minister was quick to show solidarity and went to meet with the family, the parents of Sanjay Singh, as did several other opposition leaders. But the larger question remains, what is the political impact of everything that is taking place? Will the trail, in a sense, end here or will it go further? The Aam Aadmi Party today batted on the front foot, saying that these raids and this arrest were a sign of a nervous Prime Minister Modi. To talk about what has happened and also the political implications of it, let's go across now to Aam Aadmi Party senior leader Jasmine Shah. Jasmine, thank you very much. We saw Sanjay Singh's statement. In a way, he saw this coming. He put up a hoarding saying the ED is welcome at my house. He released a video saying, I will die, but I won't live in fear. But the fact is that the Enforcement Directorate has now argued that the arrest is based on the testimony of a man called Dinesh Arora. Dinesh Arora has claimed that it was Sanjay Singh who introduced Mr. Arora to Manish Sisodia. Dinesh Arora was a key accused. He's since turned approver. And all of this, the ED is arguing, is based on his testimony. What are your responses?
Barkha, I think we need to name this Delhi liquor policy case for what it is. And it is the largest political vitiant in the history of independent India. Why do I say this? For the last 1.5 years, ever since BJP and its investigative agencies started investigating this matter, more than 1,000 raids have been conducted in different parts of the country. More than 500 witnesses have been interrogated. Yet, on a matter where it is alleged that some 100 crore ka ghotala ho gaya hai, you would have imagined that on such a large sum, maybe at least 50 crore, 10 crore, maybe 1 lakh, maybe 50,000, some money must have been recovered after 1,000 raids. Not a single paisa has been recovered from anyone or from anywhere. And as far as witnesses go, there are not one, two, there are 5 or 6, half a dozen witnesses who have gone to the court and have said on record that we were threatened, we were physically assaulted by the Enforcement Directorate, we were asked to sign a statement against Aam Aadmi Party leaders, otherwise we will be jailed. And they retracted their statements. In this particular matter, the person you are talking about, Dinesh Arora, on record, he has changed his statements multiple times. He was also arrested by the ED. After arrest, he changed his statement and then he was given a bail. So, after on a matter where you are alleging corruption, I cannot think of a single case in the last 75 years where 1,000 raids have been conducted and not a single rupee has been collected or recovered. But you are going ahead and jailing leaders after leaders. And it very clearly shows that today, Prime Minister Modi and BJP fear the rise of Aam Aadmi Party. It was Mr. Sisodia earlier. It is Mr. Sanjay Singh today. Tomorrow it can be anybody. But the matter is that Mr. Modi and the BJP are really worried for the rise of Aam Aadmi Party for the 2024 elections. And they have decided that this is not going to be an election where we talk about substantive issues that concern the people. It is going to be about unleashing ED and CBI on opposition parties.
Before I come to some of the specific allegations that the Enforcement Directorate has suggested or made against Sanjay Singh, you said yesterday it was Manish Sisodia, today it is Sanjay Singh, tomorrow it could be anybody else. Does the Aam Aadmi Party believe that Arvind Kejriwal could be arrested?
We are very clear as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, Barkha, that we are willing to pay any price to stay honest and to do the work for which the people have showered their love upon us, be it Delhi, be it Punjab, be it any corners of India. Today, the only reason we exist as a political party is because we believe in building schools, in constructing hospitals, clinics, and do the work that really that change people's life. and we will stay honest, irrespective of how much our people, our leaders could have also chosen to go to a BJP to get their cases dropped. In many cases, our leaders were offered that. We have multiple examples in BJP: Mukul Roy,
Offered
Suvendu
what?
Adhikari,
Offered
Chagan.
what? What were your leaders offered?
Our leaders were said, in fact, Mr. Sisodia said that after the first few initial raids, he was very clearly told that BJP में join कर लीजिए, हम सारे cases आपके छोड़ देंगे. We have done this. BJP has done it for so many other leaders.
ये बीजेपी की तरफ से ऑफर आया?
Absolutely. They were told.
Who in
Mr.
BJP?
Sisodia was told.
Who in BJP made this offer? Who in BJP made the offer to you?
That I am not privy to, but Mr. Sisodia has gone on record and said, and many other MLAs of ours who have been even given cash ahead of elections to join BJP, BJP from Aadmi Party, have said that ये cash ले लो, नहीं तो हम CBI ED आपके घर भेज देंगे. Just a few weeks back, we heard one of the members of Parliament, Meenakshi Lekhi, say in Parliament to an opposition leader कि इतना मत चिल्लाओ वरना आपके घर पे ED पहुंच जाएगी. What is this? ED has today openly, ये जो खुलेआम गुंडागर्दी हो गई है, that today you will send ED to anybody who has nothing to do. What is Sanjay Singh's role in excise policy? He is not a minister. He did not design the policy. He did not implement the policies. It is the officers and bureaucrats of the Delhi government that did that. The LG approved the policy. There were so many people involved in the design and implementation of the policy. But you catch a member of parliament, somebody like Mr. Sanjay Singh, who is known to have the most आई वुड से जो बुलंद आवाज है संसद के अंदर, सबसे आगे बढ़ के ये बोलते हैं अबाउट ऑल द घोटालास दैट द मोदी गवर्नमेंट हैज डन, बीट द एंटायर अडानी स्कैम, बीट द एंटायर 3 farm laws, the recent Delhi services bill where he was even suspended as a punishment, and now today you have arrested him for Delhi excise matter. I mean, it makes no sense except for the fact that this is out and out political witch-hunt, the largest of its kind that we have seen in independent India.
दिल्ली के जो बीजेपी के प्रेसिडेंट है, उन्होंने ये सजेस्ट किया है कि अभी तो संजय सिंह है, अगली बारी अरविंद केजरीवाल की है. Do you take this seriously?
No, we know it from the beginning that the.
Do you believe that Mr. Kejriwal could be next?
I believe that the entire script of this investigation is written out of BJP headquarters. Precisely what the BJP Delhi. No political party person should be privy to what the investigative agencies are planning to do today, tomorrow, and the day after. But here we have BJP leaders who go about saying कि देखो अब एक महीने बाद इनकी बारी आएगी. Actually, the ED shows up and arrests this person. So, as I said again, we have nothing to fear. Truth is on our side. This is a completely made up fictitious scam. Be it Arvind Kejriwal, be it any other leader of Aam Aadmi Party who's arrested, this is a badge of honor that we are today the only party that the BJP fears and who the people love, and we are willing to pay any price for that.
Let's come back to the specifics of some of the, this case and some of the allegations suggested by the Enforcement Directorate. You said Dinesh Arora, the accused turned approver, is constantly changing his story. The Enforcement Directorate is claiming that there's a phone call that takes place between Dinesh Arora and Sanjay Singh, in which Sanjay Singh is talking about the need to raise funds for upcoming elections and for the political party. That's one allegation. Another allegation, this is all the Enforcement Directorate. Obviously, we don't have any way of knowing what the accuracy of these charges are, but this is the charge. The other allegation is that an aide of Sanjay Singh, if I'm not wrong, the name is Vivek Tyagi. There's another sort of restaurant owner, and on the request of Singh, Dinesh Arora speaks to many of the restaurant owners. First, he arranges checks. The ED quotes an amount of 82 lakhs. The ED has also claimed that another businessman, Amit Arora, meets Sanjay Singh through Dinesh Arora, and then one of Sanjay Singh's aides gets a kind of proxy deal with Amit Arora. I mean, I know it's all a bit technical, but I'm sure you've seen these allegations. How do you respond to it?
All of these are completely fictitious and made up statements, Barkha. And the reason why I say this is that these were exactly the points made out 15 months back when this investigation started. That XYZ people had a role to play, money was transferred from here to there and here to there, but not a single rupee has been recovered. I'm saying this very responsibility that there is no such precedence in the last 75 years that such a large scam is being alleged, but not a single rupee is recovered. No trace of money anywhere, but people are being put into jail for months and weeks. So, ED can keep claiming anything based on statements, because we've had multiple times, including Mr. Dinesh Arora, who have changed their statements. Many witnesses who have given statements have gone to court and said on record that we were threatened, we were physically beaten up. One of the persons said that my eardrums were have bursted because I was slapped so hard. These are statements on record. How does ED respond to that? No, every day they will come up with sources based plants कि इसने ये कहा उसने ये कहा. No, the law doesn't work like that. You have to prove hard evidence before you can make such allegations. And after 15 months, after 1,000 raids, not a single piece of hard evidence has been recovered.
The specific allegation on the aid of Sanjay Singh is that Mr. Tyagi was in what the ED is calling a quid pro quo, was actually given a stake in the business run by a certain gentleman called Amit Arora. Amit Arora, as I already mentioned, was further introduced by Dinesh Arora. Dinesh Arora is the testimony that today the ED is using to arrest Sanjay Singh. At some point, will the Aam Aadmi Party address all of these specific allegations? Because so far, to each of my questions, you've said it's not true.
It is. And that's the reality of it. Barkha, I can make 10 statements against you and say that you have met with 10 people and you have collected money from 10 people. Will you be able to show, if something like this has never occurred, the person who is accusing has to prove the evidence. You are innocent until you are proven guilty. And that is the job of the investigative agency. The unfortunate thing in our country is that we have so many instances of scams happening, big industry houses very close to the Prime Minister indulged in scam. But the entire ED and CBI for the last 15 months is investigating a completely fictitious case of Delhi liquor policy, where there is not even one. And very interesting fact of the Delhi excise policy, I'll tell you. This is an instance of where a scam is alleged, but the revenue of the government has increased. So what the previous excise policy, the collection of the government was 6,000 crores. Under the new excise policy, it was to be 9,000 crores. Yet you are saying that no, some major scam has happened, some 100 crores, but we cannot find anything. But you know what? XYZ person said XYZ thing, so we will now arrest everybody and put them in jail for the next, we don't know how many months or years. So this is the reality, and how the ED has become a joke. 5,000 cases in the last 9 years since Mr. Modi became the Prime Minister, conviction rate of 0.5%. Barkha, in any other part of the civilized world, an agency like this would have been shut down, because this is nothing but a political tool where 95% of all cases are only on opposition leaders. So the reality of the ED is showing is in its record, in the way the investigation is happening, and the fact that not an iota of evidence has come out after all this raids of more than 1,000 raids so far.
I don't know if you had a chance to see the Supreme Court today in another context, in another case, being quite scathing about how they expected the enforcement.
In the 3M case.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm aware about the 3M case. And so many, if you look at it over the last 9 or 12 months, there are many such harsh statements against the practices used by ED. And this is a very convenient ploy that the ED uses, that मैंने आपको summon किया, I do the investigation, but then I said that you're not cooperating. Why you're not cooperating? Because you're refusing my allegation. It is ED's job to prove the allegation. It is not ED's job to threaten and say that.
And one of the things the Supreme Court said is that the grounds of arrest must be furnished in writing to the accused at the time of arrest. I'm assuming, of course, this judgment only came today, and this arrest also happened today. So it'll be intriguing to see what happens next. Let me ask you this.
Sorry, just one thing. So far, Barkha, from the statement given by Mr. Sanjay Singh's wife after his arrest, not a single piece of evidence was recovered. Not a single reason was given why Mr. Sanjay Singh was arrested. And this shows that this is the true character of Prime Minister Modi's investigative agencies. No, nothing will be communicated, no reason will be given, but we will arrest you.
Now, Arvind Kejriwal, in his comments after meeting with the family of Sanjay Singh, specifically targeted the Prime Minister, as have you right now. In fact, I think Mr. Kejriwal said that the Prime Minister is corrupt. I'm quoting him verbatim. He himself has a corruption to answer for, and so on. This is his exact quote: PM Modi is the most corrupt Prime Minister of our country after independence. Why are you and your colleagues targeting the Prime Minister? Why is this about the Prime Minister suddenly?
It is not about the prime minister suddenly. It has always been about the prime minister. You think about the number of evidences or clear involvement of the prime minister and his party in so many cases have come out. I'll first start by so many of the opposition leaders. Hemant Biswa Sharma, he used to be in Congress. BJP released a booklet calling him the kingpin in the corruption of the Louis Berger scam in Assam. BJP released the toolkit. 1 week after they released the toolkit, Hemant Biswa Sharma joins the BJP. All allegations dropped. Very recently in Meghalaya, we saw that BJP alleged that the sitting CM is the most corrupt CM in the history of India. After the elections, he became their partner. We saw the instance of NCP, 70,000 crore. Prime Minister said that 70,000 crore का घोटाला किया है एनसीपी के लीडर्स ने. Ajit Pawar was called Chakki piecing. We remember all these dialogues that were given by the tallest BJP leaders. A week after that, NCP becomes part of the BJP government. Ajit Pawar becomes the finance minister. So you see this kind of trend. You see the entire question around the Adani matter, where tens of thousands of crores of unaccounted money is round tripped into India. No questions are being asked. No investigation even ordered. We heard about allegations in Karnataka where BJP was called the 40% commission government. The leaders of BJP and even contractors officially wrote, first time in the history of India, contractor is saying ki I have committed corruption and the sitting CM is not acting on it. Modi stays quiet. He doesn't do any investigation on his government. ED offices are opened, Barkha, only in opposition states. No ED office today exists in Gujarat, in Madhya Pradesh, in Uttar Pradesh, but they are being opened in Chhattisgarh, they are being opened in Rajasthan, Delhi, Punjab. So, I mean, ye khuleaam gundagardi. There is now nothing left to hide. The face, the face of Mr. Modi is out in the public, that he's definitely one of the most corrupt people, but he will go after opposition leaders without any evidence, only because there is a draconian law such as ED, where for weeks and for months, eventually we believe that justice will be served. And that is why we will fight this matter till the end of time. But in the process, obviously, there will be punishment that the opposition parties will face. But we believe the people of India are watching this and they are with us. Nobody wants India to become a banana republic, which it is now going. It is inching towards.
That's a strong thing to say. That's a strong thing to say, Jasmine, that India is inching towards
Absolutely.
becoming a banana republic.
It is. No other. Tell me one other country, one other self-respecting democracy where only when 95% of all cases by investigative agencies are under the opposition parties. Tell me instances where a sitting government's the authority is being completely challenged through governors and lieutenant governors, where an elected CM is told that you will not pass any decisions like that have happened in Delhi. So I don't need to, I think, repeat, where media has been attacked day in and day out. Yesterday, what did we see? That, on a matter where they said that, no, China funded some media agency and therefore we will arrest everyone. On the actual matter of China, the prime minister is silent. He will not face China, but he will go and address and he'll go and attack journalists who are probably writing against him. So, everything points in a direction that here's a dispensation which is in fear of losing its power. We have seen that, despots and authoritarian leaders, before they relinquish power, they will try to stamp out any voice of dissent. And that's precisely what we are seeing today in the country.
As you said, you will have to make a case before the people and the courts. Let me ask you finally on the politics and the political implications of this. We've seen a slew of opposition leaders actually express solidarity today with the Aam Aadmi Party. But for the party to have lost three key leaders to jail, Satyendra Jain, Manish Sisodia, and now Sanjay Singh, two things there. This is the party that was birthed by an anti-corruption movement. Now you find yourself embroiled in a corruption scam. One, what does that do to your political reputation? Two, what does it do to your day-to-day morale, the cadres, the spirit? How much has it hit you?
Let me correct you, Barkha, first. We are not embroiled in a corruption scam. There is no scam. There is a retribution and the price that Aam Aadmi Party is paying for being honest and being the fastest growing party in India. Plain and simple. And that is the reason why we feel that at the end of the day, the people of the country will support us and we will emerge out of this stronger. As far as you say 2 or 3 top leaders, definitely they are amongst the tallest leaders. But this is a transient phenomenon because there is no scam. The truth is on our side, and we have faith that the courts will eventually give justice. It could be today, it could be tomorrow. But the truth is on our side, and as an honest political party, we know that this is the price for honesty is steep, and we are willing to pay this price.
I will ask you, though you've been asked several times again, but for people in the audience who may not know, you said there's no scam. Don't call it a Delhi liquor scam. You did change guidelines. You did go back on your own guidelines. Why did you do that if you thought that they were kosher?
Two things. First and foremost, the old liquor policy, Barkha, was known to be something that encouraged cartelization and reduced the revenues of the government. The collection on the old liquor policy in 2020, before the new policy came about, was 6,000 crores. Once the new policy was announced and the cartelization was completely removed, the auctioned amount the auction for licenses of the Delhi liquor policy went for 9,000 crores. 50% rise in revenues in one single year. And that is what threatened BJP and many of its people who were involved in the previous cartel and who made sure that the policy could never be implemented. We know that Delhi, the multiplicity of agency and decision making is a challenge in governing Delhi. And the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi decided that the new policy, I will not allow it to be implemented until the CBI investigation happens. So we welcome the investigation. There was no way to implement that policy until the investigation is over. And that is the reason we never said that there's anything. We stand today by the fact that the liquor policy or the new Delhi excise policy is the best policy to serve the interests of people of Delhi. It had to be scrapped because the BJP did not allow it to be implemented.
All right. Finally, what next for you as a party?
Every single year that Aam Aadmi Party has been existent, we have been under attacks by the BJP and by forces that do not want to see an honest political alternative in India. Our fight goes on. It goes on even more fiercer, knowing that today it is the Aam Aadmi Party that scares BJP and Mr. Modi the most. We know that eventually the love of the people and for the work that we do, we are getting appreciation from all parts of the country. And we will fight this. We'll fight it in the house of the people, on the streets, and we will fight it in the courts.
Thank you very much, Jasmine Shah, on the big political story of today, the arrest of another Aam Aadmi Party leader, Sanjay Singh. Thank you, Jasmine. Take care. And we'll see how the story unfolds. Thank you for talking to us. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.